mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello, and welcome to Would You Die, the show where... Aloha, away, aloha, away, until we meet again. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
And today we are concluding our little trip around the world. We've been to Italy. We've been to Japan. We've been to Sneeze Town. We've been to... Thank you. We've been to 1940s Spain? 1940s Spain?
Yeah.
And now we're ending in South Korea.
Mm-hmm. We're ending in Busan.
We are. We're taking a train to Busan. Let's go! Name of the film!
Yes.
God, we need to get a soundboard. And you can help, because for only $3 a month, you can join our Patreon. Our Train to Patreon. Annalisa, let's talk about Train to Busan.
Yes, let's talk about Train to Busan. So, if you've never seen Train to Busan, it is a South Korean movie, as Austin mentioned. It is an action horror film, and it is, I think, our first zombie movie that we've talked about on the podcast.
Yes.
I'm, like, pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Am I right?
If you don't count Pet Sematary.
I don't count Pet Sematary.
Okay.
Because there's...
Reanimation, I guess, but...
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's
then
zombie...
Lisa Frankenstein would be
that's
reanimated.
fair, yeah. It's zombie adjacent, but it's not zombie.
Yeah, exactly. It's zombie like how I think Frankenstein's monster is not a zombie.
Yeah.
He's
no.
Frankenstein's monster. But
That's
they're
fair.
both reanimated.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't... I don't know if the zombies in Train to Busan are reanimated as much as they are infected.
Yes.
I think they're reanimated because the deer at the beginning is fully dead before it reanimates.
That is true as well. It's a good
That's
point.
true.
It's a good point.
That's
We got to give it to her.
That being
sometimes,
said,
you know.
it's our first, like, real, true zombie.
Yeah, no one's arguing if this is a zombie movie.
Right.
Oh, they
So-
might be arguing what kind of zombie, but no.
Right. So this movie follows the character Sok-woo, played by Gong Yoo, who is a cynical workaholic and divorced father in Seoul. And after messing up a birthday present for his daughter, he agrees to take Soo-an, his daughter, to see her mother in Busan. So they hop a train, and some shit goes down. It's zombies. Zombies are the shit that goes down.
It's going down. I'm yelling, zombies, you better run. You better run.
Exactly. So, Austin, what's your personal connection with this movie?
I first saw this film when it first dropped on Netflix in 2016.
When it was easy to find?
Yeah. Talk about personal connection. I got a story. Anyways, I watched it with... Pretty sure there was a group of us at the Trumpet House.
Okay.
There was a couple of us. You might have been there?
I was not there for that one.
But there was a bunch of us there, and we all watched Train to Busan together because we watched a bunch of horror movies together in that house. But Train to Busan, when it first came out on Netflix, maybe we watched it in 2017. I know it's a 2016 film. Pretty close to when it dropped on Netflix. Like when it was becoming really popular here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of that initial train, and we all thought the movie was brilliant. Spoiler alert, I like this movie a lot. I actually haven't really seen it since.
Mm-hmm.
Although, shout out to friend of the show, my mom. She, when her and I were still living together, she picked this movie for some. I was in my room doing something else, and she picked this movie for some reason, and she's like, "Hey, is this scary?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I just left her.
Fair.
I could have just sat and watched it with her, but I don't know. I was doing something else, and I go back when the movie's over, and she's crying, and she's like, "You didn't tell me I was gonna cry," and I was like, "I told you it was scary." But yeah, but I haven't really seen it since, even though it's always like present.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered a lot of this movie more than I thought I would after not seeing it for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Also, happy 10th anniversary Train to Busan.
Yes.
Came out in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But I did rewatch this, and it was a process trying to get this. Because I Googled where to watch it, and it says you can watch it on the Roku channel. So I go on the Roku channel, and the Roku channel says you can watch it if you subscribe through Peacock. So I go on Peacock, because why would I subscribe to Peacock through Roku when I just have Peacock?
Mm-hmm.
I go on Peacock. Train to Busan's not there. I'm like, fuck. So I go on Amazon. You can't buy it or rent it. I go on Apple. You can't buy it or rent it. This is how desperate I got. I went to Fandango.
Mm-mm.
You can't buy it or rent it. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I eventually found this app called FilmRise. I could have went through Canopy or Hoopla, but you need a library card for those, and I am illiterate.
Austin, you should get a library card.
But you need a library card is a crazy reason not to be able to do this.
I really do need a library card, but
it gives funding to your local public library even if you never check out books, and you can use Hoopla more often, and that will save you money.
I've been busy.
Plus Libby, you can get all the audiobooks that you want to listen to for free.
Guys, libraries are cool.
Unfortunately, Austin said this on a podcast that he does with 2 English teachers.
Well, not just that, but like for those of you who don't know, my mom has been a librarian for my entire life. I'm a strong proponent of public libraries and would be even if I wasn't an English teacher. So that's my soapbox. I'm getting down.
I haven't had one since I was a kid, and I haven't had a chance to renew it.
You should get one.
I know. I should also work out and eat healthy. There's a lot of things I should do.
Yeah, but one of them's so easy.
Which one? No.
He comes back next week. He's ripped. He's like, I took your advice.
I took your advice. I got the library card. That's what did it. Guys, you get a library card, instant abs.
He checked out a book, Apps for Dummies.
Apps for Dummies. Anyways, I found this app called FilmRise. And I watched it through that. And this app found the worst places for every ad break, to the point where it was kind of funny.
I just went on Roku and it was like, hey, you can do it if you get a 7-day free trial for Hiya. And so I did that, and I signed up for the 7-day free trial, and then I watched it with no ads, and then I canceled the 7-day free trial. It was very easy.
I didn't see Hiya.
Well, that's
and you told me about it too.
I did.
Because I'm remembering this, but I watched it. What's your personal connection with Train to Busan?
My personal connection with Train to Busan is Gong Yoo. Gong Yoo, if you haven't seen Train to Busan, you actually probably do know who Gong Yoo is, because he was the lead actor in Squid Game, which was kind of blew up. So even if you didn't see it, you probably know who he is, because he's kind of the guy who's like recruiting everybody in Squid Game. But I really love South Korean K-dramas, mostly romance K-dramas, and Gong Yoo, before he became kind of an action star / like a bigger, more prolific actor, he was in a lot of romance K-dramas. And one of them that he was in was called Guardian, The Great and Lonely God. And slight spoilers for Guardian.
The Great and Lonely God?
The Great and Lonely God. He plays the Guardian, the Great and Lonely God.
Shit.
And in episode 7, he and the girl that he is protecting go to the movies. And at the movies, it's like a very comedic, funny scene. He's like freaking out. He's screaming. He's like, this is so scary. And then it shows the screen and it's Train to Busan. And that's funny because he's in it, right? So
wait, is he playing like? So I know he's playing the Guardian,
the Great and Lonely God. Yeah.
Yeah. Has he never seen a movie? Because he's a great and lonely god.
I don't think.
Is that the?
I can't remember. I don't know if he's never seen a movie or if he's. I think so. I think he's never seen a movie.
Yeah,
because
that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah.
And of course, it has to be Train to Busan.
Right. Yeah. So he whatever. So I remember watching that and being like, oh, that's so funny. What a funny scene. And then like finding out that it was twice as funny because of the fact
it's like a real
that
movie
it's
that
Train to
he's
Busan.
literally in. Yeah.
Right. And so I watched Train to Busan shortly after that because I wanted to like get the joke even more. And I was like, I'm not going to like this movie. First of all, if you don't know this about me, which you might not, Austin, I don't like zombie movies.
I think we talked about this because off air we were talking about this as our first proper zombie, and we've had.
We didn't talk about that off air. We talked about it earlier in the episode. So yeah, anyway.
In my defense, it's fucking Monday.
It's always Monday.
Yeah, but today was a Monday.
That's fair. So anyway, yes,
I truly was like, did we have a different conversation that I just like fully zoned out for off mic? Because I remember talking about it, but into the mic.
This is how natural I've become at this. I don't even know when we're recording.
I don't know when it starts and when it ends.
Austin's remake of the hit song "Life Is a Highway, Life Is a Podcast."
That's my secret, Captain.
I'm
always podcasting.
I can't do this.
I didn't choose the podcast life. The podcast life chose me. But podcasts find a way.
Okay.
I think I'm done. I think we're good.
You sure?
You don't know the power of the podcast. Okay, now I'm done. Anyways, another adjacent one, Evil Dead Rise.
Oh yeah, that is.
But they're not zombies.
No,
still.
but it is definitely
adjacent.
It's adjacent. Yeah.
Might be the most similar in terms of like monsters,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like there's a lot of difference between these zombies and like the Deadites.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, in 69 episodes in, nice. Our first zombie movie, and I can't think of I can only think of me personally. I'm gonna say a hot take. I think this is the second best zombie movie ever made.
Behind
Night of the Living Dead.
Jeremy does a lot of zombies.
I do a lot of zombie movies. It's up there. I had it. So
I'll also say this: if someone says this is the best zombie movie ever made, I'm not going to be like, "How could you say?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah,
sure."
There's a couple where it's like, if you have them at number one, I'm like, "Yeah."
Do we want to get to my personal connection?
No,
Okay.
not kidding. Anneliese, before we move on to Jeremy, were you all done? I kind of hijacked.
Mostly. I watched this after that. I don't really like zombie movies. I don't do zombie movies. And at the time I wasn't not doing horror because this was like late college, but I wasn't doing horror as much as I am now. So I was like, I don't know, I'll watch it because I like Gong Yu and like I want to understand this joke, but like that's, if it's too scary, I'll turn it off. And then it's a beautiful movie, man. They get ya.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
No, this movie has it all.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what is your personal connection with Train to Busan?
So my personal background with this movie is that I watched it for the first time like 2 days ago, I think.
You were just saying how you're like a connoisseur of the zombie flick.
I am, but I also don't like reading my movies.
You hate all their culture.
Thank
Yes.
you. No. So I watched this movie.
Subs or dubs?
We watched it subbed.
Good.
I watched it with Anneliese, and so here's what I love.
Bum, bum.
I love zombie
Wasn't me
movies.
this time.
And really, it came from a love of zombie video games. So when I was a kid, when I was a kid, there was a video game that came out called Left 4 Dead. I loved Left 4 Dead. I cannot. There's that game came out, there's 4 main campaigns in that game that you played through. Same thing with Left 4 Dead 2. There are since more campaigns that have been released for that game. I cannot even begin to tell you the number of times I've played through every single one of them. I love that game.
2 of my best buddies in high school, shout out Eddie and Rico, they would play Left 4 Dead all the time, and I'd be over, and I'd just watch them play. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'd be like, Austin, do you want to play? I'd be like, no, because I'm scared.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. It's phenomenal. I still play it to this day. I have it on my PC, and I will still download it and play it at times.
Zombies are a big part of video games.
Huge. My favorite video game, period, or favorite video game story, I should say, period, ever told is The Last of Us. I think it's an incredible game. I think it's an incredible story.
With a really unique
take on zombies.
Yes.
Very much. My first zombie movie I ever saw was the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Banger.
Banger. The OG Dawn of the Dead. I love that movie.
Also banger.
Absolute banger. Such a good movie. There's another video game called Dead Rising, where you are. It's heavily inspired by Dawn of the Dead, where you're trapped in a shopping mall.
I think I watched my friends play that one too.
So, all of this to say, I love zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies are great. I had not seen this movie. There is another Korean zombie movie that came out like in 2020 called #Alive.
I think I heard of it.
It's a Netflix movie. It's really good. It has like a not that Rotten Tomatoes is the end all be all, but it has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a very good movie.
I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of it.
It's great. It's about a Twitch streamer who gets stranded in his high-rise apartment during the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a very fun, interesting take on the premise of a zombie apocalypse. I love it. I love I love The Walking Dead. I watched that show until it got bad.
Phenomenon.
So,
I will say, speaking to your point, something that I love is when horror movies will do, I don't know what it's called, but like closed sets like this. Like most of Train to Busan takes place on a train.
Oh yeah, there's like a trapped
or alive
element.
Is it alive? Alive.
Yep.
Takes place in the apartment building. Same thing with like the Evil Dead Rise, like that.
Right.
Yeah, that was also
in, like,
Dawn of the Dead. It's in a shopping mall. I mean, the whole thing,
like,
right?
Stuff where you just have to do so much to evade because you're in like
this confined space.
I like when horror movies do that.
Have you? This movie, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Anneliese probably has not seen these movies. You might have. Have you seen the quarantine movies?
So yes and no.
Okay.
I've seen Wreck.
Oh, okay.
Which is
it's in the
because
universe,
I'm cultured. So in case some listeners don't know, the quarantine films, which came out a couple years ago, there's 2 of them, I believe.
There are. A couple years ago. I like.
Well, what is it?
Over
2007, 2008.
Yeah.
2008 was quarantine.
I
and
will.
2011 was quarantine.
I will forever think it's 2015.
That's fair. Yeah, but regardless, Wreck.
Yeah, they're based off of like a Spanish or Mexican.
Spanish.
It's Spanish. Thank you. Spanish film called Wreck,
right?
Which I've seen. Maybe I've only seen the first Wreck.
Okay.
But is Wreck like?
I think I did see Quarantine too.
Is it like?
Quarantine as well.
Found footage. Or
yes.
So Quarantine.
They both are.
So the OG. So like not the OG. Let's Wreck.
Right.
And then Quarantine 1 are both found footage films.
Yeah.
Quarantine 2 is not found footage. Quarantine 2 is like a standard movie.
I don't think I've seen Quarantine 2 then.
Quarantine 2 is a standard movie. This movie, Train to Busan,
mm-hmm.
did everything that Quarantine 2 tried and failed to do.
Interesting.
Quarantine 2 takes place largely on an airplane.
Okay.
So the premise of Quarantine 2 is they're on an airplane. Spoilers for Quarantine 2. A movie you should not bother wasting your time with. Quarantine 2, the premise is they are on a plane when the outbreak happens on the ground. And one person on the plane is already infected.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to do their best to try to survive on the plane until they're able to land. It's good.
Really
it's a really cool premise. I honestly gave it a lot of shit just now. Give it a watch, but like,
it's fine.
It's fine.
What you're trying to say.
But Train to Busan did everything that movie really wanted. You could tell they wanted to do it, and this movie just did it 10 times better. I loved Train to Busan. I don't know that I would rank it number one because I just have like a really
Well, because Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island exists.
well, right, exactly. Like, so I have a big place
That
in my
was a
heart for
pull.
like the OG Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, as you mentioned,
Mhm.
and fuck it, I'm gonna say it, Zombieland. But
Do love
I thought you were going to say
Zombieland.
something else. What'd you say, Annalisa?
I do love Zombieland.
I mean, I love it too, but I honestly thought you were going to say Shaun of the Dead.
oh, Shaun of the Dead is also up there. So I think Train to Busan is for sure in my top 5.
Well, let's fucking
Let's
do it.
do it. All right.
Annalisa, you can play too, even though you don't really care for zombie films.
That's
Okay.
cool. You're not gonna like my answers,
What
but
if I
I
just
will
threw
give
you-
you my answers.
what if I
They're
just-
your answer. Like,
What if I just completely threw you guys off and I was like, okay, so number 1, Quarantine 2. All right.
Give me your top 5 zombie movies
All right.
as of this moment.
All right, we're gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna go 5. Okay, 5. I'm gonna say the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
I love that movie. It's and for me again, special place in my heart. Like
Yeah.
it's like the first zombie movie I ever saw.
Yeah, it's a wild movie.
It is.
Too.
It is. And
I've
there's
been
like
meaning
a
to
crazy
rewatch
cast,
it.
like Pat or what's his something Burrell. The guy that plays Phil in Modern Family's in that movie.
Ty Burrell?
Ty Burrell. He's in that movie.
No, wait.
No, you're right. It's Ty Burrell. Because I was thinking Pat Burrell, and that's a baseball player.
I'm looking it up because I thought Ty Burrell. Ving Rhames is in this. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mackay Pfeiffer.
Mackay
What
That's
is
what I'm
this
Pfeiffer.
movie?
thinking
I'm
of.
sorry, I missed
this
it.
is Dawn, the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
The Zack Snyder.
Yeah, the Zack
directed,
Snyder.
written by
Gotcha.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
When
It
did
is
that
Ty
movie come
Burrell.
out?
Yeah,
When did that movie come out?
2004.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I think I was thinking like 2003.
I
but
think it's Zack Snyder's first like
like
Hollywood movie.
big movie, yeah, like
Yeah,
big
and
budget.
James
yeah,
Gunn hadn't started directing yet,
yeah,
but I think he already wrote the Scooby Doo live action movie.
yes, I believe so. So that's gonna be number 5 for me.
Yeah, this is a great cast. I forgot Mackay Pfeiffer. I really need to rewatch this movie.
Number 4 is gonna be Zombieland.
Banger. I love.
I love that movie. Number 3, I think is gonna be Train to Busan.
Ooh.
Number 2 for me will be Night of the Living Dead. Number 1 will be the OG Dawn of the Dead.
When you say Night of the Living Dead, I'm assuming the OG.
The OG,
Night of
yes, yeah.
Because the Tom Savini remake starring Tony Todd's actually pretty good.
It is good. Yeah, it's a good movie. But
But-
no, the OG.
The OG. That's
It's,
just.
yeah. So
Ugh.
yeah, those are gonna be my top ones.
I think that's a banger list.
Here's a hot take. I like World War Z, and I don't know that it's a hot take because I don't think too many people consider it a bad movie.
I consider it a bad movie.
and that's fair. I think there are a lot of things that make it a
that
bad
was
movie.
really mean of me. I actually feel a little
But
bad, but I don't like that movie.
I think the public at large does not consider it a bad movie. I just think they consider it a forgettable movie.
Yeah, and
You know
I
what I
feel like
mean?
that's worse.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair argument.
I will never forget it because there's that one zombie who
Yeah.
and I was like,
Do you
oh,
consider
I'm
I
not
Am
scared
Legend a
anymore.
zombie movie?
Yes, it is
Ye-
one.
It's so close. I might as well, but I think it's very unique for a zombie movie too. If that makes sense.
I
It's fine. It
don't.
can be a fresh take on a zombie movie. It's on the zombie movie list.
I guess the
Oh,
book it's
okay,
based off
but
is not.
Where is
zombies.
this list coming from?
Fine, it's Wikipedia. That doesn't matter. It is a zombie movie. I don't care about the book. It's not related to the book at all. It doesn't follow any of the story of the book.
Fine. Which one is World War Z? The one that's written by Max Brooks, or is that I Am Legend?
I think it's World 'cause
World War
Max
Z is.
Brooks is recent, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because the I Am Legend book is old. Because they've been making movies about that. Oh yeah, Max Brooks World and Zombie.
Yeah, World War Z, Zombie Survival Guide. One of my favorite things. It's so many people do not put them together, and I get it because their genres are so far apart.
But I knew they were the same person.
Well, Max Brooks. No. Max Brooks is Mel Brooks' son.
But he did both books, right?
Yes, he
Oh,
did both
okay.
books. I'm just saying most people do not
didn't-
associate the two people with each other.
Oh no,
They
I
don't
didn't know
realize.
that at all.
Yeah, he is Mel Brooks' son, which I think is crazy. Like Mel Brooks, like maybe the most famous comedian ever. Like he's up there, probably top 3. I don't know about if you consider him best. He's probably a top 3 famous comedian of all time. Like,
Oh, I guess I never really thought about it.
is like his son writes zombie novels. Like it's just kind of crazy.
I mean, talent runs in the family.
Yeah.
Anneliese, what is your top 5 zombie movies?
Okay, but I'm telling you, it's not a serious list.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a take on here that I'm gonna be so happy about because I know that you're gonna put it on here, and I'm excited.
Okay. I don't know if I am, but my number 5 is going to be a movie that Austin and I saw together in Wells Hall.
Oh my God. I was just thinking about this movie the other day.
And it is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which, if you don't know, is basically just Pride and Prejudice, and then there's also zombies.
In case you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Number 4 is Zombieland. I like that
Hell
movie.
yeah.
I think it's funny. I think it's got such a great cast. I love Zoe Deutsch.
Oh, that's Zombieland too.
Yeah, the Zombieland 2. I guess, yeah, I forgot she's in Zombieland 2. I like them both. I kind of consider them one thing because
That's
don't
fair.
really-
I never even saw Zombieland 2.
I really like Zombieland 2.
Because I love Zombieland.
It,
Anyway.
I saw it. I've really liked Zoe Deutsch in it.
I was going to say,
She's
she's
great.
the highlight of it. I guess I kind of associate her with because I think Zombieland's a better movie, but I
Oh,
love Zoe
definitely.
Deutsch's character, so yeah. Anyway, 3 is going to be Shaun of the Dead. I really love...
Okay, these are all bangers. Why were you...
I don't know why I was nervous, okay? I don't like real zombie movies. Anyway, I really like Simon Pegg, like especially Simon Pegg, Nick Frost duo, but like
Yeah.
this is more Simon
And one of
Pegg's
their
movie.
best, too.
Yeah. Number 2, I think this is where you think that I'm going, but I don't know. One of the greatest, I think, Romeo and Juliet adaptations of all time, Warm Bodies.
I love Warm
Yes,
Bodies.
it is such a good movie.
I love
Great
the movie
pull.
Warm Bodies. I think that, because that's Nicholas Hoult.
Yep.
And like before he became Nicholas Hoult.
Is John Malkovich in this movie,
John
too?
Malkovich is in that movie. Dave Franco's in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a pretty fucking good cast.
Before he was married to Evil Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
I love Alison Brie.
Agree. But yeah, so like Nicholas Hoult does a great job. This was back when like Nicholas Hoult was mostly known for like doing Skins. Like he was a very big UK like teen drama actor, but he wasn't what he is today. Like now he's
Right.
done like The Great. He's done obviously Superman. Like he's Lex Luthor. He's done Nosferatu. Like he's done a lot of things.
Yeah,
since,
in the
but-
horror world, no, like you said, Nosferatu, Renfield, another Dracula,
Yeah.
and The Menu,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot he was in The Menu. But
Mad
yeah.
Max Fury Road. A lot of people love that movie, and he's
That movie's awesome. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine. And he's a great part of that. I'm choosing violence today for some reason, but no, I love Nicholas Hoult. I always think of him. My introduction to him was the X-Men First Class.
He's also. Oh yeah.
He's Young
I
Beast.
totally forgot. Yeah, he absolutely is. He is also set to star in Cocomelon, the movie.
Get that money.
So,
What's your number 1?
my number 1 is Train to Busan.
Hell yeah.
I love this movie.
Oh.
None of the Romero movies, but in fairness, I don't know how many of
I've
them.
not seen any of them.
That's fair.
Why.
That's very fair.
Can I give an honorable mention
Sure.
to a movie that I forgot existed?
Sure.
Which is like not a great thing, but I've read the book multiple times, and that's why I remembered it. The Girl with All the Gifts.
I don't think I've seen
Okay,
it.
so
never
Or
even heard of
even
that.
heard of it.
it is phenomenal. Highly, highly recommend it. I think both of you would love it. It is, so The Girl with All the Gifts is a movie. The zombie take is the same as The Last of Us, is Cordyceps fungus. This movie came out in 2016. The book was written in, let me see, what year did this book come out? 2014.
Okay.
It stars Gemma Arterton as the main character, but Glenn Close is in it. It has a pretty good cast.
Does this? I'm sorry. I'm reading the premise right now. It sounds very like strange, like Eleven's backstory, but like with zombies.
Kind of. They're like this girl like is a zombie, but is sentient. Like has thoughts, has emotion. It's very good. I highly recommend it. Great film. I feel like that movie gets overlooked a lot because it's not your standard zombie movie. It's very good.
Okay.
zombie movie.
Sounds very good.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Austin? What's your top 5?
I'm thinking.
I'm also holding out a lot of hope for Curry Barker, Baker or Barker?
Curry Barker.
Barker, his Resident Evil, because I love
No,
the Resident
Zach
Evil.
Kreger's doing.
Oh,
Resident
Zach, you're
Evil.
right. Zach Kreger, yes.
Um,
Holding out a lot of hope for that.
Curry Barker's doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right. Holding out a lot of hope for Zach Kreger's
Can't keep up with these sketch comedians in the horror pipeline.
Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil, the video game series, and I don't think it's been done super well yet as a film, and I really so far I'm 50% on Kreger films, so I'm hoping.
I mean,
I'm hopeful.
That's not the worst. It could be 0%.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so my top 5. I'm gonna say my honorable mention first.
Okay.
My honorable mention is the Halloween party zombie episode of season 2 of Community.
Very good. Very good poll.
I love the part where what's his name? The one guy that Jeff hates, who's good at pottery. I can't remember that character's name, but he's like, I thought I was. He got bit, and he's like, you held that from us. He's like, I didn't think I'd have symptoms. I thought I was special. And Britta's just like, I got bit 10 minutes ago, and I'm fine. I love that one, and then. That's the one where Abed's dressed as a xenomorph and Troy's dressed as Ripley in the mech suit.
Yep.
Don't you know what I am now? I'm a sexy Dracula. Don't you mean vampire? I don't need to know which Dracula I am. I'm going to start from the top because I'm thinking of them as I go.
Okay.
But the OG Night of the Living Dead's my number 1.
Okay.
Just classic film. I'm going to say Train to Busan. It's my number 2.
Okay.
28 Days Later would be my number 3.
I was really back and forth on if I wanted to put that one in.
I love, especially that first one.
I also
days.
love Land of the Dead. Like any of the Romero movies.
Yeah.
Are so good.
You know what? I'm going to have a hot take. For my number 4, I'm going to say Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Because Day of the Dead, I think that one's been,
forgotten, I feel like. Not in a bad way. Like, it's so many of them.
Well, it's not Night of the Living Dead, and it's not Dawn of the Dead.
Sure.
But, it gets referenced. I remember they played, it was featured in Stranger Things.
Right.
The season with the mall. And it didn't have its big, flashy remake. So, Dawn and Night of the Living Dead did. But of that initial trilogy, I think there's really great work in Day of the Dead. My friend of the show, Doug, and I, we would always, as a bit, and just kind of do because, Jeremy, you've seen it, right?
Day of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The choke on them!
Yeah.
We would do that to each other. And Anneliese, I know you haven't seen it, so you don't know what that means, and I ain't going to tell you.
That's okay. Maybe I'll see it one day.
We do have a horror podcast. It's a very big possibility.
It's not an impossibility.
Exactly.
Sure.
Now I have to pick my 5th one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really... Nostalgia wants me to pick Zombieland. But I think Shaun of the Dead is better.
As I put Zombieland on my list because of nostalgia.
I'm gonna pick
Zombieland
Zombieland so we all have Zombieland.
There you go.
I said Shaun of the Dead higher than Zombieland, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah,
That's
but Jeremy didn't have Shaun of the Dead.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody boo Jeremy.
Boo!
That's fair. Apparently, Stephen King considers the 2004 Dawn of the Dead to be the best zombie movie ever made.
He has opinions.
He's allowed to be wrong
wild.
every once in a while.
That's a wild take. I mean, I love that movie. That's a wild take.
He also just likes movies.
That's
people
true.
rag on him for oh, he likes everything. I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he just if Stephen King, I'm gonna stand on business. If Stephen King had a Letterboxd, he'd be a heart whore just like me.
Probably.
I think Stephen King likes most movies because he loves movies. That being said, yeah. I don't know. That Dawn, I didn't put it in my top 5, but that Dawn of the Dead, I didn't put either of the Dawn of the Deads in my remake or in my top 5. But also, I was the only one to put a 28 Days Later.
I've never seen him.
That's fair.
And Jeremy, what's your excuse?
I don't know.
All right, let's talk Train to Busan.
Yeah, that was a long zombie tangent.
I agree, but I think
It's the first
our
zombie
movie.
we've done.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Train to Busan is actually one of a trilogy. If you did not know, it has a prequel that came out the same year called Seoul Station, which is an animated movie about the very, very beginning of the pandemic that is happening. And it obviously kind of talks about, it basically follows what's going on in Train to Busan, but on land. Like it's talking about like, hey, what's happening out there.
Right.
And then there is a standalone sequel called Peninsula, which came out in 2020. It is live action, and it is kind of like about years later as they've gone through this, and it follows a group of people who are tasked with retrieving a truck full of money from the wastelands, which are now overrun by zombies and survivors and rogue militia and stuff. Train to Busan is by far the best rated of the three, but all three of them have pretty good, like, you know, like feedback and all that good stuff.
I haven't seen the other two, so I can't give my personal opinion.
As far as how they created the zombies, it's based on an original story by Park Joo-suk, who wrote the film. So it's not based on anything. But to develop the zombie movements, the production team referenced three things. They referenced the zombie game 7 Days to Die, which I don't know if any of you guys have played, but it's a 2016 survival horror game.
Okay.
They referenced the movements of the dolls from Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, which is a Japanese, like, it's the cyberpunk film that the Ghost in the Shell, like, live action that we have is made after. And specifically the nurses' movements from Silent Hill. So, like, you know, the way they move very, like, stilted, kind of like dolls. That is kind of one of the references that they were kind of going off of.
And I see it.
Yes. So that's kind of really the only backstory that there is to this movie, other than, you know, like getting all of these people on board. The filming mostly took place in East Daegu and Daejeon, which are two major cities in South Korea. And yeah, was not a super long shoot at all. Only took a few weeks, which kind of makes sense because it's a relatively, like we said, enclosed like film, so it's not really expected to be needing to set up new locations every day. It's mostly the train station and then the train are our two sets. So that's pretty much our backstory. As far as like how this falls into our Around the World month, it's really, like, we talked last week about Pan's Labyrinth and how that one is really reliant on understanding the historical context of what's going on in Spain at the time. I think that Train to Busan can be understood without knowing a lot about South Korean culture, but I think it becomes more compelling if you do know a lot about South Korean culture and South Korean social hierarchy. So something that's really important to note is that South Korea is very, very complex, like in their social hierarchy. Place of birth, job, where you live, accent, all of it factors into like your social status, which is, I mean, very similar to how it is here. Like, you have a different accent, people are judging you differently. But it's very much added on to that an even more work-driven society than here in the United States. Everything is kind of based on your consumerism, your workforce, everything like that. And that is very present in this movie. Like, there's a lot of different characters from a lot of different walks of life, and the reason that it's set on a train is purposeful, because it's kind of one of the only places that you are getting a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life in the same place.
Right.
It's really the only place you're finding, like, you know, an elderly retired grandma and a CEO of a company in the same room.
Right.
In Korea.
The only other place I can think of would be like an airport.
Right, exactly. There's also just like a major, even more so than the United States, inequality of opportunity. So it's hard to move up in the world. And this is something, if you want to hear more about socioeconomics in South Korea, you can listen to our bonus episode for the month, which if you know anything about what I just said, you probably have guessed what it is. But there's a lot of that dynamic in that movie. And also, the setting for that movie is very purposeful. And the way that they use the set in the movie that we talk about in our bonus episode is very purposeful.
And for the low price of $3 a month, you can know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Speaking of moving up, help us have our economic ascent.
Yes, please. So there are it's very obviously shown the different classes. So we're going to kind of just go through them. So there's Yeon-suk, who is the CEO of the company, who is very obviously kind of in our highest tier of the work-focused culture in South Korea. He is obsessed with saving himself. He never fails to judge other passengers. He is always 100% looking out for only him. And this is kind of a physical manifestation of like corporate greed and all of that. He directs the train crew to lock the doors, to lock Gong-yu's character and the other characters who traveled through the train out into the vestibule. This ends up being his own demise. He is incredibly self-destructive, but also destructive to the other characters. He causes multiple deaths just himself. And his, like, that's, you know, the commentary there is obvious, like, in and of itself, but...
He a bitch.
In a different light, Sok-woo, who's our main character, also kind of represents this corporate greed. He obviously has more of a character arc. He is allowed to understand himself and his wrongdoing. He is never, like, presented as the bad guy, right? Just kind of very neglectful. He really tries to convince himself that he is doing everything for his daughter.
Right.
But in doing that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. He, you know, number one is like, I'm only here to look out for myself and my daughter, which ends up being an issue that he has to deal with. Also, like, in trying to take care of her and give her the best life and opportunities he has possible, he's neglected her.
Right.
It's also heavily implied that he is indirectly responsible for the outbreak. He sells shares at the company that has the chemical leak that starts the zombie apocalypse.
I don't know about, like, if he was, like... I know you said indirectly, but, like, they were involved for sure.
Yes. I mean, like, obviously he's not the one who, like, spilled the chemical. He's not the one who has the direct blood on his hands. But there is this incredibly meaningful phone call where he's talking to his business partner, and he's like, his business partner is like, please tell me we didn't cause this. Like, tell me we didn't do this. And, like, Sok-woo knows that, like, they did. They had a part in it.
They had a part in it. Right.
Right. And so this is kind of like... These zombies is this physical manifestation of guilt for the deaths he is responsible for, the social expectations that he has tried to cling to, and it hurts other people and it places his daughter at risk. So while it's not the direct evil actions of Yeon-suk, it is...
He's partaking in that system.
Yeah, the partaking in the system. Then, as we kind of move down, quote-unquote, the social ladder...
Before we go farther with the cast of characters, I think there's a really cool connection between... Or not cool, but, like, the CEO and our main character. Where I believe the CEO kind of acts as, like, a potential foreshadow. Now, if you've seen this movie, our main character don't have a future. Right. Most of these characters don't. But, like, this is... The CEO kind of acts as, like, what our main character can become. Yes.
And I think that the fight at the end really is, like, a fight. It's an internal battle as well as an external.
Exactly.
Like, he is fighting the CEO who has kind of become this zombie, and at the same time, he is fighting against the expectations of what he was destined to become.
Right.
Totally agree.
Because near the beginning of the film, our main character, he's... making choices similar to the CEO, but by the end of the film, the CEO is still acting out of greed. Our main character has learned empathy and has learned, hey, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. I think that on the opposing end of that, another kind of look into an alternate idea of what he can become is Sang-hwa's character, who is the husband of his pregnant wife.
Oh, so you're talking about the goat.
The goat of this movie. Yeah, Jeremy said the same thing. Yes, I am talking about Sang-hwa, who is played by Mang Dong-seok, and he is, by far the best character in the movie.
Didn't he have like a little American breakout in the Eternals? Wasn't he in the Eternals?
He was, I believe.
I think he was the one.
Yes, he was.
I haven't seen that movie since it came out in theaters, but he was the one that was like partners with Angelina Jolie.
Jeremy's seen that movie.
You haven't seen it?
Nope.
Oh.
Confirm or deny?
Confirm. I'm sorry. What movie? Which one?
Wasn't listening.
No. What movie?
Crazy.
With Angelina Jolie. I've heard that, but what movie?
Eternals.
Ma Dong-seok was in Eternals.
Oh. I did. I saw that movie in theaters.
Me too.
And then I never watched it since.
He played Gilgamesh.
I stand by overhated, but not that good.
No,
but overhated.
Nobody
Overhated.
said it was that good. We just are asking you if if you remember him in it.
I do, yeah. Now that you say it.
Yeah, he is in fact in that movie. He goes. The reason you may not recognize him is he is credited as Ma Dong-seok in South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
He goes by Don Lee as
Gotcha.
in his American
in the
roles.
American films. Yeah.
He is actually like a dual citizen. He was born in Seoul. He also has American citizenship.
I'm sure he's in more American films that I've seen, but I just can't think of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Eternals actually was his American debut.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Well, he needs
about
to
that,
be
but
in more stuff because he fucking rules.
Let me double check that. Oh no, it was his Hollywood debut. I don't know if that technically means that it was his.
Yeah, because you could make films that are American and have nothing to do with Hollywood.
Right, exactly.
That's what I do for now.
Yay.
But no, he rules.
Anywho, so Ma Dong-seok plays Sang-hwa, and Sang-hwa is married to Song Kyung, and she is pregnant. And this is kind of the alternate of what I keep wanting to call him Gong-woo, but that is the actor's name. Seok-woo could be. He is like very obviously like excited to be a father, a present father, and it's probably in some ways what Seok-woo was, right? Like it's kind of implied that he was never like supposed to end up like this and supposed to end up in this like way. So it's kind of, I think, in some ways looking at his past and his potential future when looking at the CEO versus the present like father to be, and how Sang-hwa
it's almost Ebenezer Scrooge in a way.
It kind of is. And Sang-hwa is very like willing to kind of put others before himself, not just in his ultimate moment of sacrifice, which he does in fact have. He dies a hero's death.
Boo. We don't like it.
Really
I mean,
emotional.
it's an amazing scene, but
he also like he saves Seok-woo several times.
Mm-hmm.
He saves the homeless man. He goes back for different characters. He, along with Seok-woo and the baseball player whose name I cannot remember.
Baseball.
Gross. Jinhee. No, Jungkook. Sorry, Jinhee's the girl. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We've talked more about horror films with semi-important baseball playing characters than we have zombie movies.
It's true.
2-1.
2-1.
Thank you, Dr. Sleep.
Yes. So then we have the two elderly women.
I love them.
We have the elderly sisters, and the treatment of them is also kind of linked to this consumer culture. They're really just kind of left to their own devices. They're not really a concern to anybody, and they have this dependency on each other. South Korea is on track to have the highest life expectancy in the world by 2030. However, their elderly workforce now exceeds their younger one. They do not have very many social programs set up for elderly people. Almost half of all pensioners in South Korea live in poverty. 25% live alone. the suicide rate amongst retirees has doubled in 10 years. Like, this is a very serious kind of epidemic in South Korea. And this is really shown in Train to Busan, where they are kind of left to their own. And it ends up biting everybody else in the ass again at the end, because as one of them loses their other sister.
Which was completely avoidable.
This
was a direct consequence of the CEO's greed.
Yes. Nobody
Just
pays
like in
attention.
real life.
Yes. Nobody pays attention to this woman as she makes a choice that ultimately ends up fucking everybody. She opens the door and lets the zombies in so that she can be with her sister. And that is something that, like, if they had been paying a little bit more attention or had any more care for the fact that there were children and elderly people with this group, it wouldn't have been a problem.
I'm just going to say she was right. That could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided. It absolutely could have been avoided.
She was right to do that.
So the last kind of symbols in this story are our young baseball player and his...
He represents baseball.
Not official girlfriend. Yes, he represents baseball, as Jeremy would say.
He represents me.
That's Jeremy. No, but...
Oh, yeah, the girl that in the beginning of the movie, she just sits next to him and he's all shy and she's like, hey, you should like me, and all the other boys are like, accept her, which is a really funny translation.
The pressure to marry in South Korea is growing increasingly by the day. If you don't know this, South Korea has kind of a huge problem with sexism specifically, which has led to a huge upsurge in feminism, which has led to a declining birth rate. So much so that the South Korean government is offering incentives to people who get married. They are offering incentives to people who have children, like monetary incentives. So it is a huge pressure to marry and marry well, because again, that socioeconomic status is really important, right? So by this point in their lives, these two young characters who are in high school, would already be kind of pressured to be like, hey, do you have a girlfriend? Are you talking to anybody? Are you whatever? So the symbolic gesture of Jinhee sacrificing herself for Yeon-suk and then Yeon-suk staying with her despite the fact that he knows that she is about to turn and he knows she is about to bite him is like not lost on the audience, right? Like it's a very romantic moment, and I believe it was meant to be a romantic moment. I don't think it was necessarily in a vacuum meant to be just like, well, they have no other choice. But I think that like that pressure, because this movie is so heavy-handed on the like symbols of these characters, I don't think it was not there. So yeah.
Also, when those characters get introduced and she could pick any baseball boy to sit next to, and she picks him, and she just strolls up like, hey, I think you should like me. Like, she's Avril Lavigne. I was like, damn, that never happens to me on the train.
It's okay. It never happens to me either.
Okay, I feel a little better.
But yeah, so like in terms of, well, like I said, I think this is something that is universal for people who live in a capitalist society. We can point out these themes pretty easily. It's not like a hard movie to follow. When you have the social context of how everything in South Korea is very similar to here, but they live in an even more high-pressure environment, I think that's a really important like piece of the puzzle.
At least they have like bullet trains.
They've got transportation, and that's true. Public transportation in South Korea is beautiful. It's a beautiful place to like live. It's like a gorgeous place to live. I don't know if you've ever seen like pictures or videos of Seoul, but like holy shit, is it beautiful.
And they have the demon hunters. The K-pop demon hunters.
Oh, they do have the K-pop demon hunters. You're right. Yeah, they have the Hongmoon, so they're fine. Yeah. It's all good. Even that movie is about like the pressure and like the societal expectations and the pressure behind it. Like that's the thing, is a lot of Korean media follows that specific train of thought, because that's just like train, ha ha, I did it.
Train to Busan's thought.
He's not listening, but that's okay. I did it.
Yeah, you're going off the rails with this one.
Ha ha.
Bow, 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 bow.
And so my point is that just this is something that is a through line in a lot of Korean media because of the fact that it's a very important part of their culture and kind of their life. So,
I like this movie.
Me too.
Do we want to talk? What's next? Cultural impact?
Yeah.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary. This movie did really, really well. It was a commercial success. It had a budget of $8.5 million. It grossed $80.5 million in Korea, $2.2 million in the US and Canada.
Oh, it came out in theaters here?
Yeah.
Dang.
$15.8 million in other places. It had a total worldwide gross of $98.5 million. So it made $90 million profit. It was the highest grossing Korean film in Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore, and it is...
Probably still is one of the more successful...
I would assume, yeah.
I imagine Parasite did much better, but we'll talk about that. Boom, boom.
Somewhere
boom,
else.
Boom, boom, boom. And then, does K-pop Demon Hunters count?
I would assume at this
'Cause
point
I think
in
that
the
was
United States.
That was an American co-production.
United States highest.
I know K-pop Demon Hunters is like the most watched
Grossing.
film on Netflix ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was number one, but I don't know if it counts movies.
Because I think it's a Korean-American co-production.
Oh, The King of Kings, which I've never heard of but came out in 2025, is the highest earning Korean movie at the U.S. box office. So I don't know if they're actually counting movies that have no theatrical release. But number 2 is Parasite. Number 3 is Train to Busan. Number 4 is The Handmaiden. And number 5 is The Host.
I've heard of The Host.
The Host is also Bong Joon-ho, who did Parasite.
Right. And he did like Okja and Snowpiercer.
Yes.
Which I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen Mickey 17.
I've seen all of the ones on this list except for The King of Kings, which I've, again, never heard of.
Same here.
Wild. The fuck is The King of Kings about? I'm looking it up. Sorry, guys.
We're going up, up, up. Da 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 da.
Oh,
I should really
it's
learn.
it's the 2025 one about Jesus.
Korean Jesus?
It's okay. This is weird. I didn't realize it was a South Korean movie, but this is the one that stars Oscar Isaac as Jesus and has like the craziest cast ever.
He's not Korean.
Yeah, neither is anybody else in the film. King Herod is Mark Hamill.
He's not Korean.
Uma Thurman's in it. Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, Jim Cummings, Kenneth Branagh, Forrest Whitaker.
Wolf from Snow Hollow Jim Cummings or Winnie the Pooh Jim Cummings?
The Winnie the Pooh one, the famous one. No offense.
I don't know. He's kind of. We talked about Wolf of Snow Hollow.
I hear what you're talking about. I feel like Winnie the Pooh is more famous than Wolf of Snow Hollow. Crazy, I know, but yeah, it was directed by Jang Sung-ho, who is a Korean. Yeah, this is a Korean movie. I had no idea it was a Korean movie. But
is it like a co-production between countries? Like how Pan's Labyrinth was a Mexican and Spanish
It was
co-production?
produced by a Korean studio and distributed by an American studio.
So it's an entirely Korean production.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
With an entirely like American/British cast.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm just like, I'm surprised I had no idea that was Korean.
Hey,
movie.
money's money.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good for them. Okay.
As long as I got a conversion table, you just pay me.
It makes a lot more sense that would be the number one because it's in English.
Right.
Okay.
And a lot of people probably don't know.
Right.
But Parasite's like number one
as far as
Korean
language goes, it's Parasite. And number 2 is Train to Busan in
Makes
Korean
sense.
language. Okay. Should we move on to our Busanlatives?
No, because there's actually a really important cultural impact thing, which refers to the future, in which...
oh, yeah, duh. Hey.
Jeremy has it pulled up on his computer. I was looking this up earlier.
I meant to talk about this and I forgot.
James Wan's production company, Atomic Monster, has been trying to get a Train to Busan remake off the ground to the point where he's saying like it's actually not a remake.
Yeah, I was gonna say he claims it's not a remake; it just exists.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same pandemic. It's the same outbreak. Separate story.
And it's called The Last Train to New York.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that more than I appreciated what it was originally supposed to be, which is just a remake.
And I think James Wan, because James Wan rules,
He is awesome. He's a
That's
fantastic
fine.
director.
I still don't.
I trust him with it though. I guess.
But
is my
I feel
point.
like he had the same
Yeah.
no, we got to do better.
Yeah.
He seems to be ethical.
Because like
film
you don't. This
businessman,
is not a movie.
as well as filmmaking.
There are movies that like are remade for American audiences because they don't reach American audiences.
Right.
This movie reached American audiences. The only purpose in making this remaking the story for this movie in English in a American setting, is to be like, America, we speak English here.
Right.
There's no real reason to do it. Like, it's not necessary.
I'm going to quote this again on our bonus episode. Bong Joon-ho has a quote from the 2020 Golden Globes, and it is, "Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films."
It's crazy how he's speaking directly to Jeremy at that moment.
It's fucking wild how he said that to Jeremy's face.
At the what'd you say, 82nd Golden Globe?
At the 2021, whatever
The
one that one.
2021. Yeah.
So, producer Jeremy, listen up.
Well, and the problem
I'm
is,
sick of your shit.
so at this point, Parasite had become, and like, I'm sorry, we'll talk about this on the bonus episode, so forgive me. Still listen to it. It'll be really good, I promise.
Unless you already have.
Unless you already have.
In
But
which case, hear it again.
at this point, we're middle of the award season. He had
Yeah.
already been to a bunch of these American award shows, and people kept asking him the same question. They kept being like, well, are you ever going to dub it, or are you ever going to remake it in English, since you are, like, he also does, like, English language films.
Right.
He did Snowpiercer. And he was like, he kept being like, no. Because again, and like, this is not a spoiler because I just talked about it, but Parasite's a pretty uniquely Korean story because of all of the socioeconomic things that I just mentioned. But, so he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And so at this point, he had just really been fed up, I think. Right. And I just think that comment is so good. I love it. Anyway, that's all.
But the James Wan produced Train to Busan movie has been in the works for a long time.
It has, yes.
So I do believe they bought the rights intending to make a remake. Mm-hmm. But as they were developing, I think they had the similar, and I don't know when they bought the rights to it, so I don't know if it was before or after Parasite. But I do think Parasite probably had a big, like, no, the audience really loves this movie. This isn't 2000s art. This isn't 2002 where we can remake Ringu. And American audiences really wouldn't know. Or The Grudge is of that time. Like, I don't know how many people, like, realize that Martin Scorsese's The Departed is a remake of I think a Japanese film. So, yeah. But yeah, I'd be down to see that James Wan Train to Busan movie, provided he sticks to his word and it's just another story in the same pandemic, or zombie apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. As long as that's the case, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I like that James Wan has been, like, he's been doing a lot of press this year because he's been producing a lot of movies, or helping to produce a lot of movies. Because this year alone, he helped produce Mortal Kombat 2, which was fine, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which was fine, and Backrooms, which was fine. But the three of them are completely different, from completely different, like, viewpoints. So I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I am excited for this a little bit more than I was when I thought it was, like I said, just a remake for American audiences.
Now, if it ends up being a remake,
if it
then
ends up
I'm
being
like,
a remake, then I'm gonna roll my eyes and
Yeah.
be annoyed and watch.
I'm be
Train
like,
to Busan.
James.
But I tend to trust James Wan.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
especially because, like, he's from Australia, I believe. Yeah.
yeah, he's Malaysian Australian.
So and he grew up on, like, so many different types of, like,
Yeah,
the man, I love him. I say this with love. He's a nerd.
he really is. Yeah.
He's seen so many movies, and yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I have
trust
my
it.
faith, and I believe in James Wan.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we are ready for our Train to superlatives.
All I thought was Train to Busan. More like Train to Busaw. Because of James Wan.
Who would you save?
I'll let myself out.
Okay, well, my joke's not funny anymore.
I would save the old twins,
Okay.
the elderly sisters. I would save them both.
Crazy.
They rule, and I love them, and they deserve better. Eat the rich.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you save?
I mean, I would save Seok-woo.
Which one's he?
He's Gong Yu's character.
Oh yeah, I like.
He's the main character. I would
We'll
save
be
him.
talking about him. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, I would save him because Suan needs a dad,
Yeah.
so she doesn't have to sing Aloha alone.
Oh.
Ugh, so sad. Anyway, yeah.
Jeremy, do you have someone you would save?
I would save Ma Dong-seok's character.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was a real one.
Sang-hwa.
Wait, which one's which?
He's the one who's the husband of the pregnant lady.
Oh, I thought you were talking about him. And then you started saying and I was like, I mean, he could be her dad too.
He
and
could
then
be,
you're talking about main character
I'm talking about her real dad.
Gong. Yeah, in my defense, reading is hard.
What was it? Is it Sang-hwa?
Seok-woo?
No,
Oh, Suan?
Madang.
no, Ma
Sucks.
Dong-seok's character.
Oh,
Is it Sang-hwa or is it
Sang-hwa.
Sang-hwa? In fairness, he's my main character. He's the
fair.
main character to me.
He's only in, like, Jeremy. Okay, here's the funny thing about Ma Dong-seok's character is that we watch that scene and then he's like, "There's half the movie left." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna get worse."
Yeah, I said, like, I assumed that was going to be the climax. I also said, like, I was like, I've seen enough zombie movies. I knew he wasn't going to live. Because, like, he's the one that's, like, not the main character, but the most likable character.
Yes.
Therefore,
Yeah.
he dies.
Of course, but it is really funny to me because you were like, "I feel like this is a pacing problem," and I was like, "Trust me, it comes back around, man. I promise."
I've noticed this month that I have a hard time remembering characters' names in foreign languages. So I need to watch more foreign language films.
I think for me, I have watched a lot of Korean media specifically.
Okay.
So this one for me is a little bit easier because I know not every Korean name, that would be wild, but I know a lot more Korean names than I know, like, of other countries. Like, I don't know a lot of Japanese names, so I don't really know, like, oh, that's a girl's name versus that's a boy's name, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, I do know that for this, so I can be like, okay, well, at least I've narrowed it down to that's a boy.
And Pan's Labyrinth was easiest for me because
Right.
Ophelia,
Yeah.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
Pan,
Right. You didn't know who Pan was, though, so
Colonel
let's not forget
Valdet,
that.
like
Yeah.
as like even if I wasn't like a Mexican American, as an American, you're more exposed to
As an
the
American,
Spanish names.
we just use more European names also.
Mhm.
I mean, just like by virtue of the fact that a lot of people in America are from European and
Right.
or European colonized places descent, which is not generally Asia. Like,
right.
Asia's not usually, I mean, there are some countries in Asia, obviously, that have been colonized by the Europeans, but for the most part, no. So they have different names.
Our next Gong Yu-lative.
What is your favorite scare?
I like when they're in the one train station, I forget, the middle city,
Mm-hmm.
and then the military zombies and like the ones in the riot gear come out. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, honorable mention to like the little found footage where they're showing you like the YouTube and news clips. And then there's a scene of like that dude just chilling on a skateboard having a good time. And then the helicopters fly over and zombies are falling from the helicopters. I'm like, oh shit. And they start attacking people. It wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah. I think That is probably my favorite scare as well. When you like they're going down the escalators and you can just see them turn around and you realize like, oh, they're fucked.
Yep.
But since you said that one, I will say same scene, but when the zombie soldiers like crash through the window at the top and they just start falling onto the train, like running after people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole scene is really good.
It's really good. That scene's like probably the most quintessential like zombie movie scene. Like obviously there's other ones, but like that one's the one that's like, okay, they're like running for their lives for like the first time in the movie.
Yeah.
So.
And the scene where they're trying to get through where they realize the zombies can't see in the dark. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to like go through the luggage compartments while the tunnel's keeping everything dark. I thought that was a really good scene.
I just thought of another one, but I'm for my honorable mention, but I'm going to let Jeremy go so we don't steal all of the scary scenes.
I really enjoyed like you said, the scene where they're going through the tunnel and they realize that they, particularly them realizing they are going to have to like hide out during like as they're going in between tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I will say the scene where the main character is counting down the homeless dude to be like, we're gonna run.
Oh, that was my
3,
honorable mention.
I was about to bring this up.
And he takes one step and just hits the can.
Yep.
And I was like,
Fanta can.
It's fucking over.
That was
and
my
he's just
honorable
like,
mention.
Run!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene is so good. I was about to bring that one up just because.
Yeah.
But what is our next
Tony Todd Award for movie MVP?
All right. There's only one answer. And on the count of 3, everyone say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Ma dong suck.
Yeah, I didn't have it up on my screen anymore.
But yeah, that one.
Yeah,
but
that
you
guy,
agree.
him, correct.
Yes, absolutely.
He is the unanimous.
Unanimous.
Thank you. Tony Todd Award winner for movie MVP. The first.
Yes.
Normally we I'm sorry. And everyone's great. And this movie has a great cast to carry. Like, even in the smallest, like, the attendant at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Where she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, like, everyone in this movie is so good. But Ma Dong-seok, he is so good that in a cast of gems, he is the gem.
I agree. And I think, like you said, Gong Yoo is a very, very successful, famous actor. I think he's phenomenal in everything I've ever seen in him. I think Soo-an did such a great job.
The little one?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was 10. She was probably 9 when they filmed because she was born in 2006, so she would have been 10 when the movie came out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like, just such a great little actress. I think that we haven't really mentioned her yet, but Songhwa's pregnant wife, Song Kyung, I think she does a really great job. Her name is Jung Yoo Mi.
Everyone in this movie's
But yeah, there's
fantastic.
there's so many people that we could say, but I think that standout is Ma Dong-seok.
And I knew he was the movie MVP when he's getting Gong Yoo and the baseball boy like ready to. I was like, okay, we're gonna have to fight, and they have like riot gear and bats that baseball bats they were able to find, and he just tapes his arms and just fucking bashes the zombies with his fists, and he's doing like WWE moves, just like bashing them into the train car ceilings and just oh my, MVP.
Yeah, for sure. Is the score better than Jaws?
No.
I agree. However, the score is done by Yeongyu Jang, who is a composer. He's probably most famous for Train to Busan, at least in America.
Yeah, because it's probably one of the most famous. It is one of the most famous Korean films to Americans.
Yes, but he also did The Handmaiden, which is another movie that
was in the top 5.
Yeah, if you've never seen The Handmaiden, you should absolutely watch it. But he was also in a K-pop band called Lee Nalshi.
I only know Huntrix,
which is fair. It was
I know BTS. They're famous.
Yes, they are famous. They do like traditional Korean music, so it's a little
Okay.
bit more kind of like alt rock and then traditional Korean music rather than like pop. But they are currently touring.
Oh,
So if
cool.
you want to go see them, they're out there. They're in Canada right now. They'll be in Cleveland, Ohio in November.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
It also features the famous Hawaiian song Aloha Oe,
Mm-hmm.
which you just know from culture. It's like
Yes.
it's like what like the Mexican hat dance is to,
Yes. It has a little...
not to be stereotypical, but it's just that famous.
Yeah. It has a little bit sadder of a backstory.
I know.
In that it was a song written by Liliuokalani, who was the princess of Hawaii. She was the queen regent of Hawaii. She reigned in the 1890s. She created a new constitution of Hawaii and then was overthrown by American missionaries. She was arrested in 1895 and spent a lot of time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
She did abdicate her throne, but not out of her own volition. And despite her fighting, the Republic of Hawaii became a state, unfortunately. And the song is obviously a very, very heartbreaking song in general, but is especially heartbreaking when you know her story and the story of how Hawaii became a state.
But just like the Mexican hat dance and La Cucaracha of Mexican,
Mm-hmm.
American artists and culture has just made it whenever they need something Hawaiian,
Yes.
they go to that song. So it's in
Yes.
everything from like Elvis Presley's, what is it, Blue Hawaii?
Blue Hawaii.
To Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Which Lilo and Stitch, I think that team, at least for the 2002 animated film, they
Mm-hmm.
did their part to be culturally respectable.
Yes. And so the lyrics to the song, obviously not in the original Hawaiian or in the Korean that it is,
Yeah.
like, you know, sung. The chorus goes, farewell to thee, the charming one who dwells in the shadowed bowers. One fond embrace ere I depart, until we meet again. Sweet memories come back to me, bringing fresh remembrances of the past. Dearest one, yes, you are mine own. From you, true love shall never depart. And Suan sings this song at a talent show, and she messes up in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And when later on in the movie, when she's talking to Sokwu about it, her father, she says, I messed up because I was looking for you and you weren't there.
Right.
And so then at the very end of the movie, after Sokwu has sacrificed himself, she and Sung Kyung, who is the pregnant woman, are the only two survivors, and they make their way on foot to through the tunnel to the entrance of the city of Busan. And as they're going through the tunnel, the military of Busan cannot tell if they are human,
right,
based on the way that they're moving and based on the darkness of the tunnel. And so they are given orders to shoot. And then she starts singing the song in honor of her father. And she's crying while she's doing it. And it's so moving. And then obviously they are able to tell that she is a survivor.
Yeah. Because they're like, zombies don't sing.
Zombies don't sing.
And zombies don't sing Hawaiian songs.
No, for sure not. So it's very much, I think, like, very obviously purposefully chosen. Not just, I think, for the lyrics, obviously. But also for the... you know, context of the song being, you know, a goodbye to a very important loved one.
Right.
So, yeah. Is this a fine addition to your collection? Do you own this movie?
Seeing how I had to watch it on fucking Film Rise.
That's true, I forgot.
I almost
He
owned...
intentionally went through that.
I almost owned this movie, though. I had it in my cart once to buy this really cool steelbook of it, but... sometimes I just put things in my cart and I wait until I have money.
Same.
And then money came, and movie was gone.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And if you look up the Steelbook,
It's $63.
Oh.
well, I was gonna say it looks fucking cool.
It's very fucking cool, but it's
That's the one.
$63.
That's the one I wanted. Yeah, I ain't getting that anytime soon. I want to. I've tried to own this movie, but not yet. How about you? Would you own?
Well, now I want that fucking steelbook, man. I hate that you do this to me because I always kind of forget the steelbooks are a thing, and then you'll be like, "I have the steelbook," and I'll be like, "I should look it up and see if it's cool," and it's always cool.
That's my secret, Captain. The
It's
Steelbooks are always cool.
That's fair. Oh, I forgot to ask you if you know anybody in this cast.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you just like you could have?
I don't know. Gong
met
Yu was
people.
in Squid Game. I feel like he probably does a lot of conventions.
I feel like he's probably been at least one.
Do you guys know that Gong Yu is a direct descendant of Confucius?
Yes.
That's
His
crazy.
dad also was a manager of a baseball team in Korea in the KBO.
I know
That's pretty cool.
Confucius.
You should know that.
I guess. That's pretty cool. You know, that was like, wow, I looked up his Wikipedia,
You guys
and I was like,
both
direct?
missed what I said, but I hope the audience appreciates.
You know Confucius?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't miss
You've
it.
met
I just ignored
Confucius. It's, I don't know, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Confucius, no. Confucius is like,
Not for you.
I assumed that we, like, just, eventually you get to a point where you can't track people's lineage anymore. But,
In Korea, they have pretty good records.
yeah.
Okay, there are no Supernatural alumni in this, so let's do our Letterboxd reviews.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, are you ready?
I am ready.
Thank you.
Wow, he was prepped. That's crazy. That never happens.
I know, I was singing and everything.
I gave this movie 5 stars
Bow, 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 bow.
and a heart.
I love it. What'd you
I
say?
said, what's not to like? Zombies? Good. Trains? Good. Beloved characters dying? Oh, wait.
This one is a reference that you guys will all get now, but nobody else will reading this review. But I give this 5 stars and a heart. Which means that 2 out of 3 of us gave it 5 stars and a heart because I've already seen Austin's review.
Oh.
And
Austin hates film.
and I said that one scene from Goblin where Gong Yu gets scared of Train to Busan brought me here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Austin hates cinema, as I've always said.
I gave this 4.5 stars.
He gave this movie the same rating as he gave Red Eye.
Because Red Eye, I like my mostly horror films and public transportation movies.
That's true. That's true.
I am nothing but consistent.
All right, what'd you
And
say?
a heart. It would be wild if I didn't give this a heart.
Can you believe it? If you would just be like, I gave this 4.5 stars.
And I hated
I
every
hated
second.
every
Yeah.
moment.
What if I gave it 5 stars but no heart? How? And my review is, I love when a movie has both eat the rich energy and will absolutely make you cry.
Yeah,
Amen.
And I got 3 likes on it.
nice.
You
Wait
got
a
4
second.
life.
I got 4 likes. I just saw the notification. Thank you.
Okay, our special edition superlative. Have you been to South Korea or would you go?
I have not been to South Korea, and I would absolutely go. I would go to Seoul, then I would take a train
To
to Busan, and then I'll go see Huntrix.
They're in Seoul. You can see them first.
Yes! We're going up, up, up. I don't know the rest of the words.
It's our moment.
It's our moment. Da 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 da. Because we're golden.
Yep.
I like the song. I'm just not good at lyrics.
It's crazy because they're in English.
It don't help. What do you go to?
Thank you for asking. South Korea is my number 1 spot on my bucket list for places to go in the world. I really want to go to South Korea.
I have a very random question.
Yeah.
that just popped into my head and needs answering right now.
Yeah.
Wasn't Soul like 4.5 minutes like mini subplot in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Yes.
Cool. I knew it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were.
That's where Black Widow has that cool motorcycle under the car or bus scene where she has Cap's shield.
I believe that is correct. Yeah, it is, because that's where he gets like stabbed with Cap's shield, is in Seoul.
Yeah.
Yep.
Continue. I'm sorry.
So I really love South Korea and South Korean culture, which is why I've just info-dumped on you for like however long I info-dumped on you about, you know, the ins and outs of South Korean.
You're just showing us how it's done. How it's done.
Exactly. One of my favorite bands of all time is BTS. I have 3 BTS artworks on my wall.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never looked that direction.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so that's not the only reason that I want to go to South Korea, obviously, but it is like kind of the reason that I got introduced to like South Korean culture.
I think that's fair.
So there's no way to like talk about South Korea without sounding like a Korea boo, but like that's where we're at.
I don't know what that means.
It's a negative connotation for people who are really obsessed with like South Korean or Japanese culture in a weird fetishy way. Promise.
Disney adults, but for Korea?
Exactly.
Wow.
Like a weeaboo is like that for Japan.
Oh.
It's like people who are really obsessed with anime and they think that's what Japan is like.
You a weeaboo, well I'm a Pikachu.
So anyway. I'm
That's
not
for
that, but I
editing,
know
Austin.
it sounds like it.
I'm
Anyway.
keeping that in.
Anyway, yeah, I would go to Korea. What about
Hell
you,
yeah.
Jeremy?
The thing about this month that is making me upset is I've been to like so many places.
But just in the United States.
But like I've been to like 46 states. And yet
I mean, the United States is really fucking big.
right, well, I know, but
And
that's
there's
my
so
point. It's
many
like
cultures
when I
within
say-
the United States.
But that's why I'm saying, like, when we talk about these movies and everyone's like, have you been to these movies? Or to these movies. Have you been to Train to Busan? No.
Have you been to Train to
Have you
Busan?
been to South Korea? Or
Have
to...
Have you
to
been to
audition?
audition?
No.
Fuck, I hope not.
Have you been to...
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
The question of have you
I had
been
to do it
to
one more
any of
time.
these places, I keep having to be like, no.
I'm pretty sure the only one of us who has said yes to any of them is Austin, though.
And I've only said one.
And he's only said it to one.
I only said yes once to Italy.
Why on
on a
earth did we
rant-
make this the superlative?
I don't know.
Because
Because we can talk about would we go. and
we
that's
want to
fair.
go.
Yeah.
Would you go?
I mean,
It's just us naming countries.
yeah.
The whole episode of would
yes. 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 Yes.
Austin, would you go?
you go? I would.
And here's
Yes.
why. Because I think if the South Koreans
Um,
saw me, they would recognize me. See me as a friend.
I have not. I have not been to South Korea. But I would go to South Korea. I would go to most places.
Yeah.
There's like very few places in the world that I would actively be like, no,
New Jersey.
thank you. I'm glad you get it.
North Korea.
Anywho,
So
I would go to South Korea. Is
Yeah.
the point.
Yep. For Huntrix.
Yeah.
Night.
All right. What
Would you
else?
die, Austin?
Yes. One, because I'd probably just be chilling at home watching movies, and when those zombies come out to play, I wouldn't even be on the train. I would get got beforehand. Because we didn't talk about Grandma at all, but she was at home and she got. Oh, I'd save Grandma too.
Okay.
How about you? Would you die?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. I have
Bum, bum.
crippling. Yeah, exactly. I have crippling health OCD. So like, even if I didn't get bit, I would go to a quarantine zone and be like, I think I'm infected, and they would be like, you wouldn't have been able to drive here. It happens that fast, and I would be like, you gotta take me. So then they would take me, and then I would get infected, and then I would die. Jeremy, would you die?
I would. And I talked about this while we watched the movie. There are, depending on the film, there are zombie apocalypse there are zombies in the zombie apocalypse that I feel like I would survive. I think I'd be able to survive the Walking Dead zombies.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd be able to survive the OG.
Like the Romero,
like Dawn of the Dead
Yeah.
zombies. These zombies
They're too fast.
ain't them. They all, like, it's wild to me when I watch zombies who I'm like, you look at them and you're like, I know that alive you didn't run this fast.
Yeah.
But suddenly you're zombie you and you're Usain Bolt. And that's crazy. I can't outrun them.
Yeah.
I'll die.
Because the part of their brain where it's like pain when you run,
It's gone.
it's gone.
So
Exactly.
they just be running. Yeah.
They don't have to worry about like their heart or their lungs giving out.
Right.
They're
That's
dead.
just they move so fast in this movie. It's similar to like the remake, the
Or
Zack
28
Snyder.
days later.
Yep, 28 Days Later, the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead, I guess zombies, whatever you want to call them, from I Am Legend, they quake.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, any zombies that can
Like
run,
post 2002.
any zombies that are posting Olympic track numbers,
Yeah.
are gonna get me.
Mm-hmm.
They just are, and I'm not even that slow, but they'll get me.
And these ones are fucking contortionists.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They're nimble too, so no.
Yeah, nope, I'm dead.
We ain't. I'm not even making it to the train.
No.
Let alone Busan.
Nope. Austin, where can the people find you?
The people can find me wondering why my 10-year-old daughter is complaining about having 2 Nintendo Wiis. You can also find me on the social medias at Austin M. Torres. You can, I'm primarily on Instagram and Letterboxd. You can find the show's social media at Would You Die Show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where in addition to the podcast, we also have my short films like Ice Cream, Spider, and The Blood Witch. Also, the trailer for my upcoming short film, Dietary Restrictions. Which I wonder if these zombies had any dietary restrictions. Also, you can subscribe to our Patreon. For only $3 a month, you get access to our bi-monthly show, The Godzilla Project, our monthly non-horror bonus episodes, this month's being the South Korean film Parasite, which was mentioned quite a bit because, spoiler alert, Parasite and Train to Busan make one hell of a double feature.
Yeah.
And, so much more. There's a lot of stuff on our Patreon. Where can the people find you?
The people can find me wondering how to change my ringtone because it's tacky. But you can also find me on social media at Whimsibillo. And obviously on our Patreon. Jeremy, where can people find you?
People can find me practicing for the zombie apocalypse playing Left 4 Dead. You can also find me at Annually Funny on all social platforms.
Thank you, Jeremy, for producing our podcast. Thank you so much to Josie Palmer for doing our theme music. You can check out her other stuff on Spotify and Apple. A big thank you also to Alec Gibson for our graphics on our social media. They're done by him at Crosshook Creative, and you can find more of his work at wearecrosshook.com. Austin, we're moving on to a new month. Do you have a hint?
Well, we are returning to Summerween. I guess that's not a hint, that's just the fucking month.
That's just the thing we're doing.
Yep, but the hint for our next episode... Can I pet that dog? Until next time, I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Try not to die.